everybody. Guys and gals, welcome back to the Ironman Challenge. We're on Susie.
Hi there.
That's our Undead Mage. We're leaving Gadget Sand. In this episode, we're going to be heading into the Salt Flats area here. And we're just going to be grinding some mobs. Yeah, because we're at this awkward level where quests are just a little bit too risky. So we'll just, well, like I said, we'll grind out some mobs, get a little XP, hang out together for a little bit. Hope everybody is doing well today. Sure do. I've elected not to have the webcam on. Not feeling the best. Da-da-da-da-da-da-do. These things have no abilities. At least it's not showing me that they do. Pretty interesting. Ooh, these have a Terrify. That's also interesting. Let's, what do we want to slay? I don't know. I don't know what we want to slay. Oh, do we have a player here? No. It's a rocket car park. Rocket car part, even. We don't have very much rested XP because well, this is my third episode of the day. Pretty much back to back. Look at the abilities this thing has. Good grief. I was watching Imp Classic. Wow. He's doing the Ironman challenge on a Dwarf Priest. And the video I watched today, today is the 30th of October, just so you know, it's close to a week ago by the time this comes out. But oh man, what that guy, not only did he do Eliza in the grave, he did Morladim, and he did Morbent Fell on an Iron Man Priest. Now, the first two, you know, he was able to cheese. There's some cheese options, which, got to be honest, you kind of have to, if you're going to take on mobs like that, and there's a way to cheese it, you really need to. But he pretty much just straight up spanked Morbent Fell. He got a little bit lucky at the start. Instead of having 3 mobs on him, he just had 2 adds, but still 2 adds with Morbent Fell, and he was able to handle it. I would have bailed so many times trying to do that quest. I wouldn't even have attempted it, honestly. But much respect for watching him do that. He used the shack where Abercrombie is. You can actually jump up on that shack. It was a little, he had kind of a close call with it. He wasn't able to jump back up on it. But, and then for Morladim, you can use the fence. Really good tactic. But Morbent Fell was just a straight up, fight. I was super impressed. Stuff like that is really fun to watch, I think, when, you know, if you're doing permadeath challenge and there's a real risk of dying. Priest is pretty damn good. He's got some good abilities. He was completely out of mana. He had a clutch fear into bandage. Just having that power word shield up and the wand. Yeah, a lot of fun to watch. Again, that's WoW Impy, or Impy, Imp Classic WoW, I do believe. All one word. Actually, let me make sure. I don't want to shout out the wrong thing here. Let me just open up my... Here he is. Let me just share my screen really quick here, if you guys are interested. Right there. This is the video, part 48. If you're interested in watching that, I'd recommend it. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Really chill, really laid back. No panicking like like I do. And a lot of cutscenes. He'll do a lot of, you know, little cutscenes between running around different places. It's really streamlined and fun to watch. I think personally. So much for the rested. It's gone. I just had a little teeny sliver of rested down here. Sorry. Slow and grindy. Steady as she goes. That's what this challenge is. Be able to speed things up a little bit if we make it to get our mount, but only between questing areas. You know, it's not that big of a help. It's more about just making it to 40 and getting the mount. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, if the old mana shield, if it didn't, you know, if this acted more like a priest bubble where it just absorbs damage and doesn't trade it off with mana, I could be doing a lot more wanding. But, you know, what'll happen is it'll absorb the amount of damage it absorbs, and I'm out of mana, and so then I'm just standing there wanding while taking direct damage, which isn't good. He's got the crystal gaze thing he does, which we can run away from. We got trick-or-treated at the end there. I think you only get the handful of candy from a new inn when you visit the candy bucket. You don't keep getting it. We got 2 candy bars left here. Not really using them. Level 35. It's not really bothering anybody. Just leave him alone. I don't feel like getting resisted. Oh, there's that elite, man. Need to mark that one up. I can't get away from mana burn. I've tried to run away from that before. He's got a very long range with it. Let's mark that bad boy up. don't know why I've decided to slay mobs here. This is like, as you can see, it's not a very good area to be. I'd like to have mobs, 28 to 30, somewhere in there, really. At least green. I think these vultures are a good bet. Yeah. Got some lower level ones. Let's keep an eye on Mr. Cranky Pants back there. That is a patrol right there. A little bit of hot chocolate, but I'm not, shit, what did I do there? Oh, I silenced. I used Counterspell by accident. I have some hot chocolate in the back of my cabinet. It's been there probably 2 years. It's not like it expires or anything, really. But, good God, is it sweet. I can't... I'm not a fan of when something is too sweet, So I ended up kind of watering it down a little bit more. So now it just tastes horrible. Yeah. It's going to be down close to freezing tonight. I think 33 degrees. It's Fahrenheit, obviously. I have no heat, so it's going to be damn cold when I get up in the morning. But the part for the furnace should come tomorrow. Should come in the afternoon at some point. What is my shield, man? Panicking here. I'll get that put in tomorrow. Wonder if he turned around. Maybe he turned around and walked back the other way. That elite basilisk there. I think I got them. I might see if I can find something scary to watch. Something spooky. I haven't actually seen like the original Halloween. I mean, I've only ever seen it one time, I believe, and that was, back in the early 80s when I saw it as a, as a young kid. I mean, I may have caught bits and pieces of it over the years. It's got the way I remember it, it's got a really creepy feel and everything. It's kind of corny, obviously, just like Friday the 13th and all that. Well, the slasher films, there's a lot of corniness in them, but I also remember it having just a cool, spooky vibe overall. With the neighborhood, the pumpkins out and everything. I might try to find that. Resisted. Don't think I'd play Mage again. It's just too... You have to sit and drink after every pull, essentially. I mean, sometimes you can do 2 pulls, but because we can't take melee damage from these mobs, you know, we take literally 4 shots and we're less than half health. It's just not... I don't know. It's just not really... well, it's not fun. It takes a hell of a long time. You know, having to drink between every pull it's a very slow way to level. I like the class, though, you know, but the Ironman, you know, it's definitely got drawbacks doing a challenge like this. But if we had a bunch of green gear and blue gear, our mana pull would be so high right now that this stuff would be, you know, we could do 2 or 3 mobs in a row easy without being depleted of mana. I mean, I may not be playing the most efficiently either. I know I could use lower rank spells. Alright, let's do a little Evocate here. Did not. I don't know where the hell that mob came from. But there's a trade-off to any way you play. You know, if you use a lower rank spell, it's just going to take you that much longer to get the mob down. That much longer, rather. We're poisoned there, but I don't think we're going to worry about it. We can eat and drink through it. I bought some sweet potatoes. I haven't had sweet potatoes in a long time. They're really good for you. Especially for type O blood types. I'm O negative. I think I'm universal donor, but I can only receive blood from O negative. I think it's the rarest blood type. But I read an interesting book years ago called Eating for Your Blood Type, and it was recommended to me, and I remember reading the title like, what is this garbage? But in my case, all of the foods recommended for my blood type are all the foods that I really like and enjoy, and I don't have any kind of weird reaction to them. I'd recommend looking it up. I mean, obviously, if you don't know your blood type, then, you know. But I'm pretty sure you could do blood... you could get little kits where you just do the little pinprick. They send you the kit in the mail and all that. I think it tells you. It could be wrong there, but if you're interested, like I said, I found it was fascinating. I couldn't stop reading the thing. Well, it wasn't fascinating. I don't want to go overboard. But it was interesting, I'll say that. I've always been interested in nutrition and health anyway, so probably be boring for a lot of people. Look at this. Last time we were here, these were all the higher level mobs. Now it's all these low level ones. Hey, buddy. You gonna walk over top of me? Right over top of me. That's it, man. No more candy bars. This little apartment I'm in, it's an old house, and the apartment I'm living in, I think it used to be like a sunroom or a porch, and it is not well insulated at all. It is really bad. In fact, I've got this little thin carpet, and if you're barefoot on it in the winter, you can literally feel the cold radiating because there's just bare earth. There's the subfloor. There's the floor, and then there's a little, I don't know, probably a carpet pad. What do they call that? But it's probably paper thin, and then, of course, the carpet itself is paper thin. The bathroom in this place, too, is really cold in the wintertime. I pretty much keep that door shut. There's a space heater in there I'll use if I'm going in to take a bath or something. But I sleep better anyway. If it's a little chilly, I sleep better. I can't sleep if it's hot. I don't know how people do. I've got a little, just use a blanket. I don't even use a sheet. I used to, but I end up kicking all of that crap off of me. I need my feet out from underneath the covers. Except when I first get in bed, they're usually freezing, but after they warm up, I gotta have my feet out, usually. Yeah, this is slow and grindy. I gotta figure out what to do here. I just don't know where to go. I don't know what to work on. We're not quite ready for Desolace. We're not ready for Dustwallow Marsh. We have nothing left to do in Ashenvale. I mean, it's not like we can't go into Desolace, but we're basically in the same boat. And then kind of the same thing over here. Wrathy Highlands, not really ready. And we're not really good for there either. Badlands is out of reach. We'll figure it out. I'll work on some yellow quest next episode. Got level 37 vendor gear on. Too bad. Well, I mean, it is. Am I kidding? It is bad. We have clothes on. That's the way to word it. We don't really have gear on. Gear means stats. I guess it could mean armor as well. Man, look how these things die. That's really uncomfortable looking. God, I hate that. Pretty tired. Had kind of a pretty off day today. Pretty much a headache most of the day. Pretty tired. I got decent sleep. Of course. Of course, he's going to make that turn. It was Glenn left a comment about Detect Magic. I think I need to pick this up. Well, do I need this now that I have this add-on, Bestiary? I think it basically does the same thing. Maybe. I'm not sure. Got to go to Thunderbluff to pick this up as well. Level 34, we'll have Cone of Cold. Wait a minute, do I have rank 1? It's not even on my bar. Want Mage Armor. That's interesting. Rank 1. We have Ice Armor. Increase resistance to all magic by 5 and allows 30% of your mana regeneration to continue while casting. I think I'm probably going to want to use this one. I mean, especially if I'm using the mana shield, right? Then the ice armor isn't super effective. That mage, I mean, that mana regeneration, I'll take that. We'll definitely pick it up, play around with it. Fondle it a little bit. Be inappropriate with it. I do have Cone of Cold. It does good damage as well. Why in the hell isn't this on my bar? I mean, it's a pretty hefty mana cost, but Fire Blast is 165. It does 173 to 208 damage. All right. Well, I think I see why I traded it off. Why am I seeing my spell IDs up here all of a sudden? I don't really want to see spell IDs. Where the hell would I find that? I don't care. Just forget about it. I'll never find it. Yeah, not as good as I thought. A Fire Blast is just better. I think it's better. Dun, dun, dun. I had the Raiders of the Lost Ark theme song in my head. We'll use it on this mob. Gotta make sure there's nobody else close by, though. Yeah, that's fucking garbage. It's garbage. I mean, if you get that thing ranked up, I'm sure it's great. I know it's, whenever I see AoE mages with their, you know, Blizzard and Cone of Cold and Frost Nova, you always hear them chuck that out there. The, whatever the spell was called. To finish things off. I have to remember also, we're not speccing into specific talents, so a lot of these spells could be so much better than they are. But we just have the very basic versions of them. Finished up Moria, so now we just have the 2 Let's Plays going. I mean, not 2 Let's Plays. Just 2 videos a day. I'm not used to that, really. It's a lot easier for me to keep up. But obviously this is every day, and then we're alternating between the Goblin Priest and City Skylines every other day. But we need to get a Fright Night going again here pretty soon. Not sure what we're going to play. I got a couple things in mind. Swan's not too bad. Headbutt. How insulting. Ugh. Force myself to finish off that hot chocolate. I'm just going to throw that crap out. I don't know why it's in my house. All it is sugar water. It's disgusting. I was having a little bit of a craving, though. I get them sometimes. I think that's why I've got it in there, more than likely. God, that's annoying. I like how she gets up and just keeps on casting, man. It's kind of nice. Well, I think we're going to wrap this up here. My energy's pretty low. Probably shouldn't have made an episode out of it. But I did anyway. No, a lot of you you have it on in the background. You know, you're just listening, so it's not like you're missing any action on the screen or whatever. What do you have? Oh, this is... I can't do this quest. Encrusted tail fins. No, thank you. Underwater around elite murlocs. Hard pass.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good. How you doing, man? You got some ice cream for sale here, huh? Right on. Right on, my friend. Oh, I forgot I have this. Do I have this on the bar anywhere? I don't, but I probably need it down there. Conjured items here.
Off and away.
Off and away. Strawberry ice cream. He just has one flavor. That's right. get our booties back to Gadget Sand. Well, we'll just take the one booty with us. We don't have multiple ones unless you count each individual cheek. But I think people don't do that. I think it's just all... Okay, whatever. We're going to call it an episode. Not the most exciting of episodes at all. But I want to thank you for choosing to hang out with me for a little bit. You guys and gals, take care. Susie and I will catch you in the next episode, which will be tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Peace.
Mm-hmm.